Welcome back. President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah launched Namibia's sixth National Development Plan, NDP6, marking the country's final push towards achieving Vision 2030. This key policy document sets out strategic priorities that are aimed at accelerating economic recovery, as well as promoting inclusivity and building long-term resilience for sustainable development. As the nation enters this crucial phase, we speak to Kauapirura to unpack what the NDP6 means for Namibia's future and, of course, what citizens should expect in the coming years ahead. Sam, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us here on the Daily Roundup.
Thanks for having me, and good evening.
Well, to get straight into it, Sam, President Nandi-Ndaitwah described the NDP6 as, the final phase before Vision 2030. How significant is this plan, in shaping Namibia's long-term national goals?
Well, the NDP6 represents the final formal development blueprint before the Vision 20 milestone. I think its role is exceptionally significant because it serves as the last structured opportunity for government, private sector, and the citizens to align policies, investments, and actions towards the ambitious targets set out in Vision 2030, which are basically building a prosperous, industrialized, and equitable society. So if NDP6 succeeds, it will lay the groundwork and close the persistent implementation gaps of earlier plans, and it will determine if Namibia advances meaningfully or falls short of its national vision.
Well, of course, what's notable about NDP6 is that, it aims to boost economic recovery. So what kind of interventions would you expect to see included? A better word.
I think in a struggling economy like ours, plagued by low growth, high unemployment, and external shocks, NDP's economic recovery interventions, in my opinion, should include targeted job creation, SME and informal sector support. That means expanding access to affordable credit, tax reliefs, and business development services for the SMEs and informal traders, infrastructure investments, the continuous upgrading of national infrastructure, industrial diversification to me would be another area where policies should support agro-processing, manufacturing, value addition, to move beyond raw resource export. I mean, we still export in excess of 200,000 winter calves, for example, to South Africa annually. It should also focus on skills development, which should be about accelerated programs to align workforce skills with emerging sectors such as green energy, IT, and logistics. And it should also ensure inclusivity, leaving no one behind, especially for the youth and the informal sector.
Now, with just 5 years left until Vision 2030, Sam, do you think the country is on track to meet its long-term development targets?
Well, I think with only 5 years to go, progress is mixed. Advances in education and infrastructure are evident, but key goals such as rapid job creation, poverty reduction, and deep economic diversifications are lacking. Persistent challenges include high youth unemployment and slow land reform. So I think meeting Vision 2030 now depends on the rapid and effective implementation of NDP6 reforms, genuine collaboration with stakeholders, and most importantly, the political will to overcome entrenched problems.
Just lastly, Sam, before I let you go, what are the key sort of things the public should be looking out for, or paying attention to, rather, I should say, as government begins to roll out NDP6?
I think first and foremost, the public should be focusing on implementation pace, asking itself constantly the question whether reforms and projects are moving beyond the blueprint phase into real action. Should also focus on transparency and accountability, focusing on whether resources are well managed and corruption addressed. It should also focus on public participation, whether the communities and marginalized groups are actively involved in decision making. And by the way, if you look at the NDP policy document that was launched, Decentralization basically appears on page 292 of the policy document, and it literally only consists of 2 paragraphs. So I think if we want public participation, if we want to make sure that no one remains behind, decentralization should not just be an appendix in the NDP6 framework.
Mr. Sam Kauapirura, we appreciate your time this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
That was Mr. Sam Kauapirura, a political analyst, speaking to us there and just briefly unpacking the NDP6 for us. We will be starting a series on the different national development plans, and of course keep a close look to our social media to see when we'll be rolling that out. We'll be back after this very brief break with some more conversations. Stay with us.